Do you really think that Disney's gonna let fan fiction stuff fly out in the wild? Like, it's so unrealistic. It's so unlike the Disney brand.
Hmm.
They're going to be incredibly tight in their curation of these fan fiction ideas. It's a good thought. That doesn't really feel like the play here. I think it's Disney kind of grasping for some relevance. Their big Marvel franchise since the Endgame airing has really kind of contracted, and I think Disney's searching for something. I think this is an attempt from the CFO CEO to do something that feels relevant and noteworthy. Investing $1 billion in OpenAI is relatively small part of the OpenAI cap table, so
Hmm.
it's kind of irrelevant from that perspective for OpenAI. It's the stock price moved. Disney stock price moved up 1 to 2% after this announcement that they're investing in OpenAI and doing this kind of partnership. Um, the stock price has been between 90 and 120. And I would imagine that in practice, nothing really changes. I think it's a sort of like one of those nice news moments and not much else. That's my
Hmm.
bet.
They also sued Google, I think, if I understand it correctly. Disney did, because of
They
IP
sent a cease
infringement
and
across,
desist.
yeah, across
Yeah,
YouTube and otherwise. So um,
For what? For like AI generated copyright content or
I don't
something
think it's
else?
AI
just
generated content. I
training
think it's
on
just
their
the,
IP.
yeah, the,
I
the
see.
IP they have and kind of the common crawl they've been using across the video for whether it be YouTube or otherwise. Yeah, I don't know that I have a ton of thoughts here other than to say it does feel like these media companies that own the IP, that's their valuable asset, right? Like Disney has kind of lost out on the streaming wars that Netflix is kind of running away. With that, it feels like the only thing that Disney's really hanging on to is the IP, right? And of course, the parks.
Hmm.
That's kind of their own, money making vehicle. But as far as what they're going to do online, they have the IP, and they're not really in position to be able to distribute that IP in a world in which AI video is taking the lead. And so they kind of had to pick a partner. And really, it's only two players, minus the open source models for video generation. Currently, it's OpenAI with Sora, or it's Google with VO3. They seem to have,
Hmm.
decided to partner with OpenAI over Google. I don't know if that was, a marriage of convenience or if that was because they think there's a strategical advantage to going with OpenAI. It's unclear to me, but I do know in kind of recent trends of media, and maybe Lakshay, you might have been bringing this up in recent podcast episodes where Netflix internally is also looking at the world very much kind of mobile short form first and trying to
Yeah.
craft content around that. And I think Disney's kind of viewing this as saying, we're not building Disney TikTok, right? What we want to do is we want to be able to distribute Mickey Mouse as widely as possible